Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Brother Jerome. Today I just felt like I want to talk to you guys about intermittent fasting and the benefits of it. So intermittent fasting I've been doing for at least 3 months. I've known about intermittent fasting for at least a year. I've been doing that for about a year on and off. And essentially what intermittent fasting is, you choose a window, a time window or frame that you eat, and then a time frame that you don't eat, that you fast. All right. So typically an intermittent fasting standard is you would fast until 2 p.m. and then you'll eat until 10 p.m., which will be an 8-hour window. All right. So you eat from 2 to 10. And then if you're not in that window, you wouldn't eat. All right. So you got to remember though. So you'd be sleeping, right? So that's added onto the fast. And then you'll wake up. So instead of eating breakfast, it's kind of like you skip breakfast, right? Breakfast, break, fast. So you wouldn't eat breakfast. All right. As another rule of thumb, you could wake up and just wait 4 hours until you eat your first meal. All right. You can play around with the time frame too. So if you want to do 12 o'clock, you can do 12 to 8. You could do a 12-hour window. You could do 10 to 10, right? Depending on how you feel as a person, what you think you can handle, because you never want to do something that is super uncomfortable for you. All right. You want to build yourself up. You don't want to just go from 0 to 100. You don't want to start flying. You have to learn how to crawl and walk and run, right? So same thing with, just like anything else, same thing with fasting your body. Your body needs to get used to not eating, because in society now, in our culture, we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So naturally our body is going to have pings and it's going to want to eat. But now you're telling your body when to eat. Now, one concern could be, well, I'm not going to be able to eat enough. Well, actually with intermittent fasting, you can still eat the same amount of calories, right? Same amount of macronutrients like protein, carbs, and fats. But you're just going to do it in that window. The reason intermittent fasting is popular is because when it enters a stage of ketosis through fasting, after it burns through all the carbohydrates, it will start burning your fat. It will start burning actually what's called glycogen stores. And these are energy stored in your body. All right. This is reserve energy for us. You can only get to it after you have burned through the carbs. And usually that doesn't happen because we're eating 3 meals a day. Our body is constantly digesting. Through fasting, you're telling your body to stop using its energy on digesting. It really has no choice. But your body is going to start using its energy on healing itself. This is why intermittent fasting is popular, because not only is it healing itself, it's also burning fat stores. All right. So you can lose a lot more weight when you incorporate intermittent fasting in your fitness, in your everyday life. It's very beneficial. And intermittent fasting is a very good introductory stage to fasting itself. Jesus Christ, he fasted for 40 days, 40 nights in the wilderness. And I believe that's true, because fasting has very beneficial pros to our health and our nutrition. And fasting is really getting popular over the last couple decades. I think everyone should be incorporating intermittent fasting and also getting into fasting, because when you get to fasting, you are able to remove something called mucoid plaque, which I just removed a couple weeks ago. All right. But just starting off, I highly recommend intermittent fasting. If you train while you're fasted state, you're even further promoting growth hormone. You're pushing your body to burn all those stores and fat and glycogen stores inside your body that hasn't been tapped into for however long. All right, it's Brother Jerome. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm on Facebook. Like me, share this video. If you find me on YouTube, Brother Jerome, subscribe to my channel. All right, have a good one. Peace.